My vision starting the company was to bring the service of the towing industry back into the Madison market. My name is Rod Timmerman. I'm with Liberty Towing Service. I am the owner-operator of Liberty Towing Service. Background of the industry, God, I grew up in Southwest Wisconsin, worked for a little gas station in Cuba City, Wisconsin. They had one tow truck at that time, and I didn't do a lot of towing there, but I did a little, and it was enough to really make me enjoy it. And I seeked out more work in the towing industry once I moved to the Madison area for college. And I worked with that company for several years, and that just kind of got my knack going into the industry. So I worked, the business started back in June of '09. I worked for another towing company for several years. I was part-time there for a while in the Madison area, one of the largest companies in the area. I learned most everything I know from that company. Growing up in that company, and I started with doing light duty stuff, transitioned into heavy duty, medium duty, got into dispatch, got into management, learned to work on a lot of the trucks in that company. That company was sold, and I went along with that sale because I needed a job. That lasted about a year and a half, and then I decided I needed to do something for myself. I wanted to get back to my roots and where I started and how the business operated, and that's what I decided to start my own company, and things kind of took off from there.
My name is Rod Timmerman. I'm Rod's dad. Rod grew up in a farm. He was a hard worker, and when he moved to Madison, he started his venture of auto mechanics and worked for a towing company and finally started his own. I think he's been in business 15 years. He started out with 2 trucks. I was with him the day he came to Zips, and when he started he bought 2 used trucks, and I cannot believe the way he's grown from the day he started his own business. He had a goal when he started, and he worked hard. He spent many hours. Now he's got his sons involved. He's a hard worker, and he always was.
My biggest challenge early on, I would say, was bringing on employees and learning how to adapt to different changes of employees, different personalities. The HR side of things in dealing with employees, I would say, has probably been the toughest thing. I truly believe that, paying my bills and having enough work and all that was going to be my biggest hurdles. Getting a solid team in place has been number one. And after 15 years in business, we've got a great team. Everybody's here to service the industry. Everyone wants to be a part of the industry. They're not just here for a job. They're here to do what they truly believe in. And we've just got a great team that really falls together, even under our big incidences and even when there's not a whole lot going on.
My name is Aaron Valdivinos, and I work for Liberty Towing. Working here at Liberty Towing, I feel that we have a good group of dispatchers, tow truck operators. I think part of the good morale of working here is having, being around good people, like-minded people, and it's easier to put forth the extra effort if you see everybody else putting in their fair share, or going above and beyond, and it's just kind of, I think we all kind of feed off each other as far as trying to do your best every single day. So it's good to be a part of a group like that, and I wouldn't change it. I really enjoy it working here at Liberty.
I strive for this because I love doing it for my team. I've worked hard to get to this point in business where I've got a solid team that I can depend on. I truly enjoy helping the motoring public and being out there and being a part of it. My best days are a day when we can tackle a difficult situation where somebody's in a bad day and we can charge a fair price and really make that day better for the people. We get to charge a fair price, they get to be really happy, and we get to take care of what they've got going on with extreme caution. And at the end of the day, the people are happy, we're happy. It's a great feeling at the end of the day when you can successfully do a job and, you know, everybody's in a great place and you get, you know, and everyone can shake hands at the end of the day and say thanks for your help and being professional and just being a good person. That's fun. I mean, that is truly what makes this awesome to do.
Rod, as a leader, I would describe him as being a leader in many different aspects. He's always out there with us, you know, on the road when he needs to be, and I think that's kind of a valuable trait to have because it kind of shows, you know, including myself and all the other drivers and dispatchers that he's you know, willing to do what he's asking us to do. So I think that's definitely one of the good aspects of him being a leader, and also I think maybe one of the things that I've seen him do is just kind of his overall personality. I mean, I think he kind of helps everybody looks towards him for kind of knowing what to do, and he always gives a lending hand whenever we need it, no matter what time of day, no matter what the situation. Those are good traits that he has as a leader.
My name's Quentin Bell. I'm a towing operator with Liberty Towing Service. I've worked for Liberty for just over 8 years at this point. Working for Liberty Towing can be challenging, but we have a really good group of guys and we always help each other through our challenges. What makes Rod a good leader in this industry is his hard work ethic, and he's a people person. You can't go anywhere without meeting somebody who likes Rod or wants us to say hi to him. I guess people don't always realize that we're a 24/7, 365 business, and Rod always answers the phone. Whenever we need help, he's there for us. A lot of our clients are 8 to 5, and they don't realize that we're out there all night, all weekend, on the holidays.
I'm Rod Timmerman. I'm 16. My father is the owner and operator of Liberty Towing. And I really like how hardworking he is, and that, you know, he shows that around home as well. And he is a very good people person, and he loves to interact with anybody that's, you know, willing to talk to him. When I was little, I got to ride shotgun a lot, getting to see, you know, Dad work on his own, and then eventually as I got older, I was able to jump in and help where I could. And, you know, now I get sent out on my own to do calls for him.
To provide a good service to the customer, to me in this industry, it looks like keeping your trucks clean. It looks like presenting an image of your, you know, we are no longer in the age of where we're greasy, grimy tow truck drivers. You know, everybody in today's age, in today's equipment, we're driving nice equipment. You know, I want to get away from the stereotype of a greasy, smelly guy getting in the truck. I love the image of having a professional driver, having clean equipment. People that are on their way to a wedding and they break down and they're wearing nice clothes. They don't want to get into a greasy truck. They want to get into a nice truck. You want to make that, you know, make that a different experience for them. We are there to help. And I've always said to people, we are the best people that you never want to call, but we're there when you need us. And it's good to be there for the ones that truly want us there.
Customer service is important to me because I would consider it it's my you know, it's my part to help out society. And I think if I were to able to go through every day and make a few more people happier, maybe turn the way that their day is going in the right direction, I think that's fulfilling for me. I think if everybody did that, you know, all over the place around the world, imagine how many more people would be happy if, you know, just everybody made a small difference in somebody else's life. I think that's a very rewarding part of this job, is I'm able to help people like that every day.
It's fun to help people. It's rewarding to see that we've helped the customers, and sometimes they don't always know the best way to proceed or how to help themselves, so we can be kind of a concierge of sorts to help them through their troubles.
It's been really cool to get to see the side of Wisconsin that a lot of people don't get to see, getting to ride down back roads and meeting a ton of different people.
We had a great, starter rotator to get into the market, and it was time for us to change because we were doing a lot of different things and we needed something a little more modern to do what we wanted to do. So we ended up purchasing an 1150 from Zips and had it wrapped again, only this time I got to design it. That was fun. Dad's reaction when he saw the truck for the first time, Dad knew that I bought another rotator, but he didn't know anything about it. So I kept it pretty hush through the process. So he actually doesn't live in the area. So when he traveled to the Madison area, he came up here to do me a favor, stop at the shop. And I had it parked up in front of the shop with, we've got a huge flag that we put on display when we do events. So I had the boom all the way out, all the way up, holding this flag up, along with another delivery we took of a flatbed, and I parked him nose to nose up front. When Dad pulled in the parking lot, he saw the rotator for the first time. You could tell he was, just shocked. One, that it was another military truck. His first words were, "I can't believe you did another military truck." And he didn't realize at that point in time that his picture was on the side of it. Once he walked closer to it, he saw his picture. And it was fun to watch his facial expressions. I'm sure it was a surge of emotion, seeing his young self on the side of that truck in his service picture. And then he kind of walked around the whole truck, took it in, and then when he saw his father on the other side of the truck, it was a flow of emotion that he couldn't quite handle, and it really showed how proud he was to see the truck, to see his picture, see Grandpa's picture. It was a neat experience that I will never forget.
Honestly, I didn't know it. My wife knew it. I didn't know it until we showed up in Madison. I had to go up and see him, forget taking parts or something up. And when I got there, he had this thing set up with a big flag on it. Yeah, I was astounded. It just blew me away.
Zips and I go back a long ways. When I worked for this other company in the Madison area, that company as well bought many, many, many trucks from Zips Truck Equipment. I, being heavily involved in that company, was also involved later on with getting trucks from Zips Equipment, getting different equipment, ordering parts, getting to know the parts personnel, getting to know the sales team, getting to know Paul and David. So it was no question when I started business that I wanted to work with Zips. I had seen their builds through the years. My first couple trucks I bought from salesman Jamie Hinders. Jamie retired from Zips, went on to do something different in his life, introduced me to Danny Matthews, and I've been working with Danny ever since.
My name's Danny Matthews, and I work for Zips Truck Equipment in sales, and I cover the state of Wisconsin. I've been working with Rod for 15 years, as far as on the sales side, and then I believe Rod started in 2009, but he's been with other companies that he's worked for. Don't know the exact year, but he's been a long-time customer.
I choose Zips because of, one, my long-lasting relationship, because of my history, because of their builds, because they listen to the input. They change what I want changed. It's not, oh, we'll look into that. It's they truly change what I want changed. And they take any criticism and they absolutely apply it to every build. And it's fun to watch. It's different ideas that I've come up with, and now they'll start producing this and putting a part number on what I've asked them to make. Even something as dumb as extending the shrouds over the bed controls, because when a bed is tipped back, the water runs off the bed and soaks your gloves. So we built an extendable shroud to get it out there past, not too far out so people catch it, but far enough to keep your hands dry when you're running the bed. It's made a huge difference. So we've learned through the years some things that can easily be destroyed. such as, pivots on a wheel lift. If they pivot too far back, if drivers aren't paying attention, they can catch them on the legs of the rollbacks and bend them straight up. So we started having them weld these solid tabs so they can't pivot so far. Started with our jumper cable ends were mounting up front, so it was easy to pull up to a vehicle to jump, but we quickly learned that in Wisconsin weather, we'd get maybe a year before the corrosion overtook those. So then we decided to start building brackets inside of our trucks to keep those jumper cable ports inside the boxes. Quickly learned that was awesome because we are hardly ever replacing them. Same thing with air hookups. We changed our air hookups. Changed where we keep our flashlights, make it easier. How our PTO switches are oriented so we can reach them from the ground in most cases. How to put our certain lights the way we want them, our emergency lighting. Our toolbox configurations, where to put shelves in them, how to divide the shelves up, how to put shelves in there that works best with the equipment that we use. Different placement of weld-on hooks before they paint that works well with the things that we do. Different tiebacks on the beds, putting D-rings on the beds for snatch block purposes, doing winch outs, what lengths cables to use, all the different small stuff that we've learned what works and what doesn't, and we see how fast certain things fail and how things hold up. Hurdles with toolbox mounting, the proper way to mount them and the proper brackets to use so the toolboxes hold up better. So how to, some of the stickers and placements and have changed through the years. And so, yeah, there's been a lot of different things that have changed that now I believe stands out when our drivers use the trucks and they love how they operate.
Our relationship, or my relationship with Rod and his company, kind of grew into kind of a friendship. We can deal with each other as friends on each build. We've helped each other personally, on our own time. But our relationship's pretty tight, and we know what each other want. To be there for him, I've taken equipment back to Iowa for repairs. A lot of times I'll see if he needs any big heavy parts delivered or brought out if I'm back at Zip's main facility. And I've kind of helped him with me being in the shop with knowledge on repairs. I give him my opinion on that, so a little bit of everything.
Danny, the sales rep, he's always answering his phone, trying to help any way he can. He truly cares about the builds. He truly cares to see everything through. I've seen him firsthand. If something isn't up to his specification or expectation, he himself personally will get dirty to try and make it better or fix it before the end user has to deal with the problems. And he truly cares about what he is selling and what he does. And for sometimes that is as big as nemesis because he gets himself so worked up because he does care so much. But truly we're good friends now, and it's fun to not have to be. You can be yourself when working with somebody when you're making these large purchases.
I guess with closing comments, I'd like to say thank you to Rod and the whole Liberty crew for trusting Zips with their builds, and we appreciate the continued business, and we hope we can sell more in the future to them, and we appreciate it.
I don't know that my advice is worth anything nowadays, but it's just be prepared. It's not easy. Everybody thinks it is, and it's not easy. I always end my interviews with slow down, move over. And being in this industry, we do news interviews, and I always end, I don't know what kind of demographic this video or this thing's going to go out to, but I guess it doesn't matter. Tow trucks hit tow trucks, everybody hits, people aren't paying attention, but slow down and move over is by far the most thing in this industry that saves lives, makes us feel better. You know, and I would say make this industry great, stay professional, and make a good name for us. You know, we're here as professional operators. We're not just greasy, grimy tow truck drivers.